Are you thinking about putting your home on the market, but don't know quite where to get started? Well, great news. I have 15 tips to help you get your home ready to sell. And that's what we're talking about right now. Almost sneezed there. Hey there, welcome to my channel. This is Vito Scarnecchia, Awatano Real Estate, your realtor in San Jose, California. Do me a favor, hit the subscribe button down below. And make sure to hit the little bell next to it. That way you're made aware of upcoming videos. So today we're talking about selling your home. 15 things you can do to help improve the value of your home before you put it on market. Be sure to stay to the very end because we have a bonus tip for you as well. All right, so the number one thing you want to consider is landscape. You want to improve your landscape as much as possible. Now you don't have to put new sod in or do a whole paver system. It's helpful if you can, but if you're on a budget, start watering your lawn, put some fertilizer on it, pick some weeds, trim up your trees and bushes, make it look manicured, make it look nice. Remember, the first thing people roll up on when they're driving to your house is your landscape, your curb appeal. And that counts towards a huge part because they're going to decide within the first 5 to 10 seconds if they like your house or not. So take care of your landscape. Number 2 is clutter. I like to keep a lot of stuff on my shelves, if you see right here. But my house isn't for sale. What we try to do when we stage a home for sale is to minimize the house as much as possible, which means minimize every surface. And my rule of thumb is no more than 3 objects or 3 things on any surface. So it could be 3 pictures on a wall, 3 things on each level of your shelf, 3 things on your desk, same thing with the table. Number 3 is paint your interior if it's needed. If you saw me put blinds on my window, you can see that I still need to paint. But that's not really what we're talking about. What we're talking about is scratches, dings, fingerprints, things like that, stuff that just kind of wear and tear and makes your house look a little bit worn. And a fresh coat of paint goes a whole long way. Now, what happens if you have a room with 4 walls and only one room or one wall needs to be painted? We'll just paint the one wall, right? So if you get like a ding right here and you fix that little hole right there, don't just paint around that hole where you fixed it, paint the entire wall. Because paint actually does something called oxidize, which means it starts to deteriorate over time. And within a year, your fresh coat of paint has some oxidization on it, which makes it look a little powdery or a little lighter. So if you brought that same can of paint out, shook it up, opened it up, and slapped it on there, you'll still see a difference. So my advice to you is if you're going to paint a little splotch, paint the entire wall. Number 4, hire a great real estate agent. I know it's kind of self-serving, but here's the thing. You can do it yourself, and there's 748 different things you have to do to sell a house. I mean, getting the buyers, part of it, but understanding the negotiation tactics, how to set yourself up to protect yourself. There's disclosures, there's contracts, there's getting stuff done while you're at work. That's part of the service. There's marketing, there's staging, there's a whole bunch of other things that we take care of while you're busy living your life. Getting a good real estate agent will help you get that stuff done while you're living your life. So number 5, if you're selling your house, put a sign in the yard. I know your neighbors are going to be like, oh, Gladys, they're selling their house. But at the end of the day, who cares? You're selling your house. I know your nosy neighbors are going to come out, and when the open house happens, they're going to come through and look through everything and see what you did to your house. Now, that goes part and parcel with selling your house. I totally get it. It's an invasion of privacy. There's some things that we could do to work around that. But the best way to get your house sold is make sure you take care of the basic three things, right? You put a sign out, you put it on the MLS, and you pray for an offer. Okay, so there's some basic things that you do, and that's put a sign out, and that's part and parcel of it. Regardless who you use to sell your house, if they pull out their iPhone and start taking pictures, you better think twice about why you hired them, because you need to get professional photography. Now, I can take pretty good pictures, but I choose not to do that because I don't want to spend the time fixing up, dolling it up, making it bright. Each picture is not what I was intended to do. It's not my passion. So I hire professional photographers to do that. Make sure you hire a professional photographer. It's not that much more expensive, and it makes the world of difference. Every day I go on the MLS and you can right away spot houses that are listed and the agent is taking pictures with their iPhone. It really doesn't give you that sense of confidence, and it makes the house kind of look dreary and dark and dank. And that's exactly the opposite of what we're trying to do when we're doing all this stuff to get your house ready to sell. Number 7, make sure you're marketing using all the platforms, all the possible channels. Now, I'm not just talking about text and email and maybe a little bit of Facebook and some Pinterest or Instagram. We're talking about every channel. Your agent or you needs to be talking about your product that you're marketing on every channel possible. That's YouTube, LinkedIn, you name it. We have a process that goes through like 40 different channels and platforms to help promote and market your properties. Take advantage of good lighting. You can't really tell right now. I'm actually using 4 sources of light. I'm using natural light from my window, and I have a little ring light behind my camera, and I have 2 umbrella lights. That's just for this shot, and you can tell that it's still not perfect, but that's okay. I chose to do this so that you can actually see the differences in shadows and some bright spots over here. It's the same thing in every room. When you walk into a room, I can tell you right away what's missing, and 90% of the time, it is light. When you have a showing and you know it, open up your windows. I'm not just talking about opening the blinds up. Pull the blinds all the way up, pull the curtains back, turn the lights on, because every nook and cranny needs to shine. And that's why you want to have proper lighting. Hire a professional cleaner. When we sell your house, when we list your house to sell, the day before it goes on market, we have our cleaners come in and knock out and dust and de-smudge every nook and cranny of your house, because we want everything to look clean and feel clean and smell clean. I have dogs in my house, so when I go to sell my house, the dogs go away and we do a deep, deep clean, so that smell of dogs goes away. But there's also musty smell, there's cooking smells, there's bathroom smells, you know, from the shower where you get mold and mildew, and that kind of stuff is just natural to happen, and we take care of that for you. Number 10, repair everything that's broken. Here's the thing, when a buyer comes in and sees a house that has little tiny cracks, little dents, a broken window, you know, chips in the kitchen cabinet, dings in the bathroom, those kind of things stand out and actually stick in the buyer's mindset. When they're looking at a house, they don't want it absolutely perfect, but they're looking for something that is not a maintenance nightmare. And when they see a little crack in a window, those things are going to stick out in the back of a buyer's mind and think, if this is what I see right now, what is underneath that I don't know that's lurking? Like yesterday, I was showing a house. It's a beautiful house. Looked amazing until we started going a little bit deeper into it, and all of a sudden the floors were doing this, and the patio decks had wood rot, from water. And I kept on thinking, going, there's something a little bit more. And the more I looked at it, the more I saw little things that were wrong with the house. Like the trim on the outside started looking a little bit rotten on the bottom. So I'm like, okay. So I went upstairs and I looked at the pest report. I saw $80,000 worth of damage. $80,000. I've never seen a house with that much damage in it. So right away I called my buyer up and I said, hey, we're not buying this house. There's just no way I'm gonna get involved in this thing for you, because that's just what the termite guy, the pest inspector, saw on the surface. So imagine what's underneath. And that's not even including foundation issues. This house was on a hill and it started pulling away from the hill. And as we were walking away from the house, my buyer tripped on the driveway because there was a 2-inch gap in the driveway. Number 11, this is a really tight one. Get inspections ahead of time. And I can tell you from personal experience, you're gonna save yourself a lot of stress and sleepless nights and drama, and just get the inspections done. And here's the reason why. It costs you about $800 to have your inspections done. Plus or minus, depending on the size of your house, etc. When you don't have your inspections done, the buyer can come back. They have their rightful duty to have inspections done. And then what's gonna happen is you go from $1 million house and they come and start picking at you. Oh, we need this fixed. Oh, we need that fixed. Oh, we need this fixed. We need this fixed. Next thing you know, you're selling your $1 million property for $800,000 because the buyer is nitpicking you or biting off your arm 1 inch at a time. So I'd rather you spend $800 up front than get negotiated down to $200,000 or $800,000 from $1 million property. Trust me, it will save you a lot of time, angst, sleepless nights. Number 12, kind of goes back to get a professional cleaner. Professional cleaners are going to clean up the mess and clean up the smells, but find out why you have bad smells. If you cook fish a lot, don't cook fish. Don't cook fish while you're selling your house. If you have dogs, take it to Aunt Mary's house or your mom's house or what have you and get the house deep cleaned. Get rid of that smell, because there are people that are offended by that smell of dogs. It happens all the time. I've sold many a house where there's a couch that had the dog on it that the dog liked to sit on, and the number one comment was, it smells like dog in here. Is it a big deal? Not to dog lovers, but there's a certain population out there that just don't like dogs and they're actually afraid of dogs, or maybe they're allergic to dogs, so get rid of the smells. Number 13, make your kitchen appealing. Believe it or not, most people don't spend most of their time in front of the TV. They spend most of the time in the kitchen. Unless you're me, because I like to watch TV while I'm, spinning down from a crazy day. But people cook, that's where they eat, that's where they spend their family time. Make your kitchen appealing, because that is the number one thing people will go to after they get through your doors. They want to see a nice looking kitchen, drawers that work, doors that work, kitchens or refrigerators that don't smell bad, and they want to make sure that there's enough counter space. Number 15, get organized. A little trick is, if you have 15 rooms, if you have 8 rooms, do 1 room a day. Take 3 or 4 boxes, throw everything you don't think you're going to use into those boxes and take them out to the garage. Mark them, office, bedroom, kids' room, bathroom, etc. Get rid of the stuff that you're not going to use. But if you happen to need, where's that bread knife that I packed away? You go to the kitchen box and there it is, right? So stay organized, be organized, get things done in an organized manner. And before you know it, your house is ready to sell. So that's it. You're kind of seeing where we're going with this, right? You're getting things fixed, you're having things, your house inspected, you're getting the house cleaned, you're making it look good, you're putting frosting on the cake. We use another term sometimes, depending on the condition of the house, but I like to say putting frosting on a cake. The next step is you've fixed everything, you've had inspections, you've cleaned everything, you've started organizing stuff, you've packed stuff away. Get your house professionally staged. And the best part about this is that's part of our listing fee. We take care of that for you. So that's your bonus tip, and that's 15 tips, actually 16 tips for you to get your house ready to sell. And here's the best part about it. When you hire us, we do everything for you. We take care of every nook and cranny. As a matter of fact, I just went to the county assessors today to start working on a reassessment because there was an addition put on a house, so we're doing that part too. We take care of a lot of different things for you. So that's it. 15, 16, 17 things to do before you sell your house. I'm Vito Scarnecchia. Hope you appreciated watching this. We'll see you out there. Do me a favor real quick, take 2 seconds and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Also hit the like, the little thumbs up, and the little bell so you'll be notified of upcoming videos.